Welcome back to Magic Crystal Tech Support. I'm Josh.
I'm behind Josh.
Ian is behind Josh.
And I'm over here.
That's Dale.
I'm playing with a Barbie.
Oh, you're playing with a Ken.
I'm playing with a Ken.
Caleb's playing with a Ken.
I'm apparently soloing this game.
Yes, and the MVP, man.
Oh yeah.
And I'm also here.
Devin is the MVP. Sean is also here. I haven't mentioned Jeremy or whatever.
Jeremy. So
Jeremy's
we got the rat tail before we hit level 25, like you said we should.
Yes, and we got our new class change. Take a look at what you guys look like now.
I mean, wow.
Everyone looks like
My
cool.
legs.
Why do you look like a zombie now?
Devin, moment of silence for the rest of the party.
Is it just me or are you green?
Oh, he's always had that like blue, and then he has like.
I got
copper tone.
anime hair.
I have like, it's supposed to be like darker skin, but
Oh,
since the NES only has like 3 colors it can generate.
So he's like
Green skin.
no, it's like
Look at
olive.
Minecraft zombie.
That's your primary colors there.
Ian's more like olive or anything.
No,
Than
I can go over there.
No, it's
Oh,
good.
he's
but-
tan.
Oh, okay.
He's tan.
But yeah,
Devin's got more
but
chunky.
do you see how swole you got, man? You got
I got
gains.
anime hair, man.
Devin's walking around with
Main
tires now.
protagonist.
I mean, yeah, you are basically the pro tag here. We're in the ice cave now?
Devin's walking around with
No,
tires
this is
now.
the behind the waterfall
Behind the
cave.
waterfall.
Oh.
The ice cave was before the fire.
The other side
You're
of
right.
water.
No, yeah, backside of water. Yeah.
What are
The
we,
ice place where you got your shield, right?
what are we getting here?
We're
Hookers.
Nightmare. What is that?
not exactly hookers, but close to hookers, adjacent to hookers.
Unicorns?
Yeah, they're evil unicorns.
Nightmares.
What are we getting in here? What are we?
Is that,
after?
is that like
getting
nightmares
to
like Dungeons and Dragons nightmares?
Yes.
They're,
Kind of.
they're supposed to be like equivalent to?
Yeah, because
Everything's equivalent.
Final Fantasy 1 is heavily based off of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Well, I just, like, in this, it's obviously like a reskin of the unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, in, like, most of the Dungeons and Dragons monster books, nightmares are typically, like, black and fiery. And,
Well, here's the thing. It's a pun. Because the mare's a female horse.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
that's all it is. It's a pun. I hate Snorting Dale.
Yep.
What?
So he snorted at
What does
Dale
snorting do?
blind.
Why?
Oh, okay, I guess.
I think it's supposed to be like a smoke.
Yeah.
I said it would be funny if snorting increased their speed values.
Yeah.
Just do a line of coke off the
There
tail.
you go. Yeah. They go along with the hookers.
Anyway,
Doing a line of coke off the
I'm
coast
trying to answer Ian's question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically, we are needing a cube.
Tesseract? The Tesseract?
Not
Wait.
exactly a tesseract. It's more
Wait.
of an ancient bit, a piece of ancient magic technology.
I was going to say, did they cross over Star Trek?
Not really.
Not a big box they put people in that's filled with traps in some of them.
Not the horror movie.
What do we need it for?
Okay, we need this piece
For what
of.
reason do
Pinhead?
For what reason do we need it?
We need it to. When we eventually do get into the. I forget what they call it, but I call it the air tower. It's where you rise up here to get into the floating city. In order to teleport from the top of the tower to the floating city, we need the cube.
It's like power source?
I guess it's something.
Or it's literally a spell component.
A spell component or a tech thing, or
Have we done the water crystal yet?
we have not actually finished the water that yet.
Also, I forgot to ask this for Devin. When does he get Excalibur?
You did it last week?
In the floating city.
Ah, we're close!
Well, sort of, you get the adamantine in the floating city. Then we have to return to the dwarves, and they'll make Excalibur.
Yeah, I know who did the doors, I remember.
Because apparently Excalibur is made of the same thing Wolverine's skeleton is.
Ah. Now, when Ian was texting me last week, like, informing me about all this shit, I made sure to tell him.
Yeah, but unfortunately when I was texting you, we had basically were getting ready to wrap up, so I never got the chance to ask before we shut off.
Fuck.
So I just asked for you. And now Devin, you may ask for this week.
Well, it's not like an every week thing. Don't want to get too old.
I'm gonna steal it from you. When's Devin getting Excalibur?
Oh, yes. They ask.
When he's deserving of being king.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's.
Well,
So
you see.
never.
Well, you see.
Actually,
How many bosses have I stolen?
Actually, no. You don't pull Excalibur from the stone. The sword he pulled from the stone was Caliburn, and Caliburn broke in combat when King Arthur lost faith in himself, and it fell into the lake. And when
Whatever. Anyway, Devin, I hope you don't mind that I didn't heal the final 7 hit points you were missing, because your hit point total right now is 420. That is my exact reason why I didn't heal you the rest of the way.
Guys, I'm going to do this for the comment section. Nice.
we don't have a comment section.
I am the
Not for this, anyway.
I feel like the white mage should not have the least amount of health, though. Is he just been getting hammered? He doesn't have the least amount of...
He's in the back row, so he gets attacked the last... He's the last one in the party, so
Well,
he gets attacked.
he gets a little. Those white mages don't have as much health.
Oh.
They're not like D&D clerics.
That and Josh is red mage, so
The only class that has less health than white mages are black mages,
which we don't have.
which we don't have.
So I wanted to be a thief, but they're broken, so I went for fighter instead.
They're broken in the bad way, where they suck.
Yeah. So I went after fighter because Josh was red mage and Dale was white mage. So
Devin
we don't
just-
need a black mage.
You just leveled up again, because you're further ahead than us in experience.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
And you ruined the nice.
Yeah, well...
Oh no, he still has 420 hit points, doesn't he? Yeah, he
Yes.
still has 420 hit points.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's that maximum now?
Oh, your maximum is
457.
457.
Hell yeah.
Which means
What's he
in
at?
one level up, you got 30 hit points.
Yeah, because he's a fighter. That's what they do. Fighters are
You've
tanks.
officially become
Well, to
the
quote
Jack.
my friend, that luck score though.
Yeah, that
You've
luck,
officially become me and Elden Ring.
that luck score doesn't do shit in this game.
Oh, Nightmare ruined the nice.
Oh, no!
With 2 damage. With 2 damage.
I
What the hell?
had 108 damage.
What's Ian's maxed out? Because he should be right behind me, right? What's
I mean,
your-
I have 316.
that's not too far behind.
No, I think my hit points are on par with the red mages.
Oh, good.
So is a red mage supposed to be a mix of
He's a
fighter
bard.
and
He's a bard.
mage?
He's a D&D bard.
Okay.
He's a little bit of a fighter, a little bit of a wizard, a little bit of a cleric, a little bit of a rogue because they have
He's just
previous-
all around everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Josh went full black mage rogue because we had Dale.
Yeah.
I had some heal stuff in there, but
Not necessarily because he still uses his red mage to do some fighty stuff. And honestly, I think his red mage is the highest initiative score in the party.
Yeah, but I was saying like between white and black magic, I think it went more.
Oh
black
yeah,
magic.
he focuses
Yeah,
more on black magic, but
We had Dale and he knew I'd be getting white.
we got a we got a good setup here because I was worried we'd wind up drawing Paralisks in this matchup, but nope. Wizard mummies and mummies. We can wipe this out, no problem. The
Actually, if you think
We
about it,
hope.
you're kind of lucky you were able to be a rogue.
we should.
Kind of
Paralisks
bones
have
now
that
if you-
death gaze thing, and I didn't want to deal with that.
the big advantage rogues have in the original thing of Final Fantasy, this version,
How many
not
times they hit?
yes, which is outpaced by a black belt. It's outpaced by a black belt. So the only advantage, the only thing they are is crappy black belts in this game.
Oh, okay.
Now in later editions, they fixed it to where they have, well, they do have higher initiative ratings than black belts do, but they fixed it so that they can steal because they can't even use this. They only have a steal command in this version.
And Dale's gonna finish them off.
That actually helps
All
them out.
right.
Yes, the Lux
With the
Armor
turning.
does help
Time.
them run and increases their critical hit range. They're still
So
not.
they have some potential to do more damage to you as long as they're getting a lot of critical hits.
Yes.
That's what they get for
What-
being
what- what
undead.
would be, Caleb?
Yeah.
and update in the updated versions.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Josh gave
But
me a
Final
warning.
Fantasy is a programming mess.
And also the whole
Wizard
chase-
staff.
How we keep getting jumped. That whole chain where they strike first. Take this cube. Sorry, take this cube. With it, you can transfer to the floating castle.
Thanks, random magic robot.
Why did he sound constipated?
Because I always do that whenever
Yeah,
the
right.
letters.
Yeah,
are
I know,
capitalized.
but you usually just screaming. When you did this time, it sounded like you were constipated.
I was doing a funny voice. I've been eating pizza all day, so all that cheese has got me backed up.
We were eating pizza all day, but they were fucking closed.
That was bullshit. We went to go east to Chicago today and they were closed.
I wanted some.
They're open from 11 to 2 and then from 5 to 8.
So they're closed.
Why the hell do you close for 3 hours in the middle of the goddamn day?
Probably because the employees have to take a lunch break and they don't have enough there at this point.
That's what I said. They probably don't have enough people to run
Yeah.
around the place. But God, it sucks.
Well,
I
I know
was so
this
looking forward to a buffet in Chicago.
Hey, we found a fence.
Yep, that's an upgrade for me.
Oh boy.
Philly.
Yeah.
So we
What
went
is
to
it,
Blazing
That's a
Breakfast.
sword.
Oh, nice.
And it's actually better than the ice sword I have.
I was really
Right, you want to
craving that Chicago pizza.
Why
It's-
does that have a sword symbol?
It's been a while.
I don't know, it's a special item, but when you see it used, it's a sword.
Did we get off of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
The cat stepped on the tape and freaked the fuck out.
And probably the first one.
He won't get off. He won't get off. Stop following.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Is the ribbon overpowered in this like it is in the other ones? Does it stop
Maybe.
all status effects
I
from the
don't
enemy?
remember if it stops all status effects in this game or not.
You know
It's
what?
not. Ribbon was not OP in 10, was it?
I'm going to check
No,
some
the ribbon
defense
is
stuff.
in-
Absorb 20.
Is there a
I don't
ribbon?
remember getting it.
I don't know if there is a ribbon in
I don't think we ever got it. It's in the game because I don't remember equipping it.
Yeah, I don't think there is a ribbon.
We need to
in
get back into that.
I
We need to get back
would
into
doubt
that.
that.
There's gotta be a status thing.
Oh yeah.
There's gotta be a special
I
thing the
can't
ribbon
remember
does
if there
because
is or
it's
not.
didn't increase
in 10,
any actual armor or
But I doubt there
evasion or
isn't.
anything.
That's
At
probably
least
not
in
called ribbon.
some-
It might be called something else because everyone had their own armor.
Armor thing.
Armor thing.
Anyway,
Yeah.
That's true.
It could have
Might be
been,
more of an
actually,
effect.
it could have been, yeah.
Might be
I'm
on-
sick of this place.
on armor.
Lost? No way
Spell
out?
something.
Yeah, it might be
Yes.
something you can put on your armor instead of.
Exit's so
actual
good.
Yeah.
equipment.
Oh,
You get it so late,
It
but
was
it's
an
so
ability.
good.
Yeah.
It was an ability? On
Yeah.
the shirt rig?
No. The
Ooh,
things you
hybrid.
can put on your armor.
Ah.
Are we gonna get up on the Hydra's back?
Like the.
Sure.
remember we had.
It's a
like,
big red
no
sword.
encounter on-
Hit the weak
Yeah.
spot for maximum damage. Yeah.
It would have been one of those abilities, and I guarantee it would have been
There
eliminated.
you go, girl.
Either
Yeah.
She's got tape stuck to her
Probably
paw.
would cost a lot of
Here, Maple.
to put it on
Yeah.
too.
Oh.
On her back paw. She
Aww.
doesn't give a shit.
I think
No, dogs don't
Just
usually
like,
care.
I stepped on it and was like, "Urgh," and the dog's like, "Fuck me." She
Dogs
doesn't-
Especially-
that there
especially
might have
our
been
dog
both
Mabel.
a
She is
ribbon
just
and
the
a ribbon
chillest animal.
possibility.
She doesn't
Until
care about
somebody
stuff
shows
like
up
that.
to your house. Then she
I
barks
want
as
to
loud
say
as she
that
can for
where
about
ribbon
45
would
minutes.
prevent poison, stone, death, instant death, all the regular status effects, and ribbon plus would prevent that and prevent
Nacho!
stat decreases.
Nacho cheese.
Aw, I was just about to make that joke.
Basically,
I know.
Ribbon plus would prevent
I
a
stole
ribbon
it.
and everything that
You stole my
wasn't covered
cheese.
by ribbon.
Yeah.
Automed is better though, in my opinion. It's cheaper to make.
Good evening, sir. Would you
What?
like to eat all this
Automed,
cheese
where
with
you
me?
kill a person would just automatically get rid of a status
Oh,
effect
no
with
one
their
knows
bomb.
that
No one.
reference.
No one knows. That was,
I can't even
Oh,
find that anymore.
I can't either. That was just for me and you, Josh.
Fair enough.
Well, the point of ribbon is part of the point of ribbon is to prevent.
And
death
extra
effect.
normal isn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
a site anymore, so you
Yeah,
can't even
I
make
know.
anymore.
And then
I was gonna make some stuff of my own, but it,
Unless that video got
It's
mirrored
cheaper.
somewhere, then it's gone forever.
It
yeah.
takes up 2 slots though, that's the problem.
And like our old guys playing D&D thing, that's gone to.
Somewhere, I think I have a DVD of both guys playing D&D and
Our hardest thing
And
was
buddy
we
cop
had to deal with
trailer.
a lot of people with anti-zombie shit.
But I would never post it
Oh,
without
yeah.
the creator's
Fucking-
permission.
Right, absolutely not.
What's her name?
But that's just stuff for us.
You know that
Yeah.
stuff. And when you have to go into one of the
We could,
phases
of course,
zombie on,
write
or
and
else
make
you
something
fucking
similar,
kill
but we
the
just-
entire party. Yeah, we lost there because we had an anti-zombie.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, we need to like get one of our characters with zombie on.
Oddly enough, I beat that fight by brute forcing through, even with the zombie stuff. Even with the zombie immunities.
So difficult.
You know, it was difficult.
So
But I wasn't about to fight on her terms. I was going to fight on my terms.
I mean, we made Riku our white mage, and it's just really, really
It
nice
seems like
to have a white mage who literally just had like 5 fucking turns.
it is crazy because it's weirdly Riku becomes a better white mage than Yuna towards the end because she's just so fucking quick.
Yeah.
And she gets access to Kuraga before Yuna gets there if you take her the right direction.
Yeah, we had her
It's
Kiraga and Kira, while Yuno has Kira and Kira.
She gets
But
fucking
Yuna
8
had
turns.
didn't Yuna have life and Riku?
Yuna had life and stuff, yeah.
And Riku didn't.
Also, you have to take Riku on a special trail to get her nearly as much MP as Yuna has. That would be the biggest issue.
Yeah,
with
but
making
if you have a lot of Al-Bhed potions,
That's fair.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we get stocked up on Alba potions.
guess what? She can fucking use all the goddamn time. Guess what we did?
And they fucking, they're so nice.
Oh, bad potions are great.
I mean, we also had Yuna going down Riku's thing, so once she got further into
We wouldn't have beaten that game without Alba potions.
Honestly,
we would have not come close to beating that game
Honestly,
without Alba potions.
I just do not care for Riku's Sphere Grid.
It sucks. Riku's Sphere Grid sucks.
Yeah.
Although,
I agree.
my
Kimari's Sphere Grid also sucks because he's
Who
supposed to
does?
go into Kimari.
I know Kimari's
Because
useless.
he's supposed to go into his whole thing is he's supposed to go into everybody else's, but it's so.
But you have to
I
pick.
just wish he had his own.
You have to pick one of the peoples to go into,
Yeah.
and then he's just a shitty version of that character.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, he's pretty good Black Mage. Not as good as
Doesn't-
Lulu, but...
But that's just it. He's just a shitty version of whichever character you decide to make him into.
That's because originally he's supposed to be the blue mage, but they screwed up blue magic as they have since like Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
Trolls, kill them with
Blue Magic
fire.
wasn't that bad. I enjoy the Blue Magic in 9. 8
That just
motherfuckers.
required a bunch of grinding.
Yeah, it just required a lot of grinding. And eating motherfuckers.
Or just do what I did. Have him just try to eat everybody all the time and just use whatever blue magic he happened to get. I didn't grind it. I just had what he had.
Well, all you had
The
to
only
do was
one-
get Mighty Guard and like the White Wind. And
That was the
Only
only one I
two things,
specifically went out of my way to get
White
was
Wind.
White Wind.
It's like
so good,
Oh my
it's good
gosh.
in every single blue mage incarnation.
no matter what.
White Wind's
We
amazing.
even had White Wind on Kimura and used it numerous times.
oh yeah.
Oh, White Wind's the shit.
One thing I loved in Final Fantasy Tactics 2.
I've never played any of the tactics games.
But yeah,
Well, Tactics 2 had blue mages, that 1 didn't. But a trick I loved with blue mages in Tactics 2 is if
Yes,
you had
I punched a troll to
if
death.
you had a trained blue mage and you were just starting another blue mage, you go like, okay, cool. This blue mage hits the other blue mage with the spell he's learned. Now that blue mage knows it.
That's cool.
yeah.
I'd
Which,
maybe do
which
that.
once you got White Wind, you could get White Wind for all of them.
pretty sweet.
Because that was super easy. Just heal the gun.
Can you do that with the vampire in Bravely Default?
I think you can pull that
But
trick.
we had
Why
Yuna
is
go down
the- what is
Riku's
the weird-
route, and once she got fucking access to Al-Bhed potions and got really, really fast, we kind of just swapped back over.
So,
Yeah.
So,
Desert
Yeah, they're-
Oasis shop, we've
Yeah.
got a very clearly desert people here. And what are they selling? A bottle.
well, buy it.
For $50,000.
Whatever it
Jesus.
is, it's important.
It is important. Because inside that bottle, well, no,
It's a genie.
it's not a genie.
It's not a lamp.
You are close. It's not a genie. What's inside the bottle
My dick.
is a fairy.
Oh, okay.
A fairy appears, then it is
Hey, Legend
gone.
of Zelda.
But releasing
This came
that
first.
fairy is
I know what
important.
you're saying. Still Legend of Zelda.
We bought the bottle that had the fairy in it. We released the fairy. That's important. Well, that'll come up later.
Okay. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Ooh, a tiger and a saber tea.
Saber tea, which is like the most sharp, dangerous kind of tea you can drink.
Oh, absolutely.
I drink it every day.
That's the evolved version of iced tea. It goes.
Well, you just take the ice and you just like sliver it down so it's razor
Well, you
sharp.
see the Pokemon. It starts at iced tea, then becomes Mr. T, and then becomes saber tea.
I don't know, shouldn't Mr. T be the final form?
Well, you know it.
You're right. It should.
You also have a branching path because iced tea can also become vanilla ice, and
Yeah, but that path is useless.
Yeah, no one likes that.
No,
It-
no, but the cool path is going to Ice Cube.
yeah.
Oh, true, true.
Does that mean Ice-T is literally the Eevee of this group?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it does. Which is great because Eevee is awesome.
Yes.
Eevee's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Eevee really should have more branching paths.
I will not rest until I have an Eevee of every type.
Wow.
I will continue to harass
My
Nintendo
favorite
until there's an
meme
Eevee of every type.
Is Eevee Ghost type is a brick. You know how evolutionary stones turn Eevees into
Oh, a brick.
Yeah.
You just
Oh,
kill him. Okay, I get
The
it.
Ghost type is a brick.
I didn't realize you were talking about the evolution,
Evolution
stone. My
stone.
bad. I thought you meant Eevee as a ghost type would just be a brick.
No.
I
No,
can't.
to turn
I get
it into a
You
ghost
just
type.
murder your Eevee.
So what would a ghost-
That
what
makes
would-
sense. I mean, honestly.
What would the Ghost type Eevee be? A Fanteon?
Yes.
Maybe.
Email fucking Game Freak right now.
Okay.
What's that fucking name? Have you
There
guys
is-
seen the new video game, the new Pokemon?
Yes.
I've seen a little bit of.
Lechonk!
Lechonk.
I need a Lechonk right
That
now!
is the meme going around right now.
I need all the Lechonk.
Lechonk is a cute little pig.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna
And
say-
it's very popular amongst the internet right now.
I'm
It-
surprised
it'll-
they didn't
it'll
come out with
probably-
any sexualized ones.
It'll probably be.
Give it a minute.
Don't go online and look for the grass starter.
Oh god.
They've sexualized that to no friggin' end.
That one didn't seem very.
They do two jokes. They do two jokes with that grass cat
Oh
starter.
god.
One is they make it
it's
very
Weed Cat.
sexual,
Weed Cat.
and the other one is weed cat. Yes.
Yep.
So you just
Well,
saw the cat.
well, yeah, you have
They
to
don't
do
say,
weed.
like,
You
the
didn't
first
want to joke with every
Why
grass
specifically?
starter.
Why specifically is this one Weed Cat when there's literally a grass starter in every game?
That's been a joke that's been around since.
I know,
like,
but
Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
there's been a
Tree
particular.
Tail the stoner.
I mean, Bulbasaur's just a ball.
There's a particular reason I don't remember why.
Was it?
The other meme I
Yeah.
see all the time.
I think they listed it as in its
I
Pokedex
think
entry
one of
as the weed Pokemon.
Yes.
No, I think one of its things looks like its collar or something.
Hey, the fairy we
Has a
released.
fi-
Yes, yes, it is.
It has a leaf on it. doesn't
Okay, yeah, fairy
Yeah, I
voice.
think it has a leaf
Here we
that
go.
looks kind of like marijuana.
They
Um,
probably did it on purpose.
the bottle. And I will draw Oxtail from the bottom of the spring for you.
It's Oxio.
Oxale is important. It is a stone that just gives off oxygen.
Oh, okay.
So we can go
Go
underwater.
underwater.
We put it.
Water type
In the
of.
submarine.
We put it in the submarine. Now the submarine will work.
Oh yeah.
But
So do
one
we have
of
it now?
The memes that I
We
keep
do
seeing
have
for
the Oxale.
Sprigatito are
There
Oh,
it is.
nice.
don't stand up, Sprigatito.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're begging it. They're begging the
That's
grass
because-
starter to stay on
that's
four
be-
legs
that's because-
throughout the evolutions.
All
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon Company
Because they don't
International has a
want
bad
cat girls.
history of having their starters go from quadrupeds to bipeds by the
bipeds.
time they get to their final evolution.
So is it just me or
Charmander started as a biped.
yes, Charmander
Yes.
starts as a
The
biped.
fifth
And so does-
fifth-
Then turns
And
into.
actually
then
the
turns
first-
into a sex ped.
And
Sextaped is what
in the first one they don't do that.
Yeah, the first one they did.
Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard are all bipeds.
Yep.
Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise are all bipeds.
Yep.
Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur are all quadrupeds.
But that's been a trend that they've done for several generations now.
But speaking of to go sideways here and talk about Digimon.
Hell yeah.
So is it just me or does Saber Leomon feel like a step backwards from Leomon?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, should have been the other way around.
Yes, it does. I mean, the lion looks a lot more
Intimidating, I suppose.
interesting and intimidating, but he's still a step down.
Lechonk!
Yes.
Oh, it's a piggy.
Yep.
New pig type, I love him. He's so adorable.
I want him to turn. I do want him to turn into a biped. I want him to turn into a little.
I want him to turn into a
I want him to
teddy.
turn. Into
I
a
want to
pig
turn him
butcher.
into bacon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if he turns to a pig
I want
butcher,
him to turn into a pig
he is
butcher.
my main
He
Pokemon.
turns into a
A
what?
pig butcher. I want him to turn into like. I want him to have
What's
like
this-
a butcher's apron.
We
Is
don't
he a
know if he
fire?
has any evolutions
Is
yet.
he the fire type starter?
Nope.
Normal.
No.
He's
he's
just
just
a normal
a normal-
type.
Okay, okay.
He's probably
He's
a
not
young
Meowth.
version of Rattata.
He's the new Meowth.
That's
not
right.
Realistically, he's probably the version of Rattata.
I want him
Also,
to talk. I want him to make a new anime I want Lechonk to talk.
Don't worry, they'll make it.
I was gonna
real
say.
deep voice.
I was gonna
Like Irish
say.
accent.
I was
Irish
saying they've
accent.
already had
Nope.
like an entire like 3
Nope.
specials for Badoo.
They had to go
so
all
anything's
around
possible. And yes, that
just
special's
to,
amazing.
uh,
If you have not seen it, watch
use
it.
the get to the place where the submarine is
Got
with
it.
the Oxale, so we could go to the water temple.
I will like to point out, 5th generation grass starter goes from a biped to a fucking snake.
Yeah, that's weird. But
Like,
That
can we
one's-
talk about that one?
Who's that?
That one is one of my favorite.
And then Snipe? What's his
Snivy?
name?
Snivelly.
Snivy.
turns into superior.
Superior. And he is amazing.
But you keep getting out of
That was
Also,
I don't know Trico.
Why did I keep getting out of the river? Accident.
Oh.
Trico?
He has the.
It's a groupie!
thing in his mouth. Cinnamon.
Yeah.
And his tail gets spiked here.
Septile.
A grippy.
It becomes bigger and spikier.
the. Is it a great centipede
And
or a
more
grippy
like-
centipede?
A great centipede.
And maybe
In
fish.
later prints of Final Fantasy, they
Like
changed it
older,
into
like-
an Anchored or whatever the heck it was.
Cowboyish.
Yeah,
Killed it.
that's a good one. That's a good one. Cowboy.
Nobody could
But-
survive the power of the punch mage.
Yeah.
A punch
I
mage.
am also happy with my water starter in this new generation. It's a fucking duck. I love it. I like ducks.
But
No, his shiny needs to be black.
Huh?
His shiny needs to be black feather, because that way you can have Daffy Duck and Donald Duck.
I love you. I need it. I need that.
oh, Ian.
Yes.
Eevee, there is so far a thing with Eevees
Uh-huh.
where the only evolution, all the evolutions are canonically special types. In the first 3 generations, types were
I
elements
see.
and types were linked.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So as of right now, only the types that would have been special.
Special types. Yeah.
Let's be real. Fairy would have been special back
Oh,
then.
absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, the exception is Dragon. Dragon was special, but there have not been any Dragon Eevees.
There's also have not been any ghost Eevees.
Ghost was physical.
I feel
Well,
like you look like.
Okay,
the-
fair enough.
So next Eevee can be a Dragon Eevee, and then we can start moving on to the physical Eevees.
Well, the theory that I saw, what might happen is they'll leave Eevee to be just specials,
Uh-huh.
and then create another sort of branching Pokemon for
Yeah.
physicals.
I want an Eevee of every type. Eevee of every type. Do you
But
hear that,
consider
Game
All
Freak?
types are now.
Considering
There's
that
17, I think. There's only 17.
Jesus Christ.
that's a lot of types.
Well, I
18.
stopped following. I
What?
stopped following
18.
Pokemon after like
18?
3rd or 4th.
Considering they haven't, I
The
don't
first-
think they've added.
The first had 15,
15,
then you had Dark and Steel, and plus 17,
and then
Fairies
Fairy. Yep, you're
added
right.
in.
I forgot Steel.
I don't. Considering I don't
18.
think
The
they've
first
added
game-
any
first game
Eevees
was
since
15, yeah.
Leon.
Normal, flying, bug, grass, fire, water, ground, rock, 2 separate.
Fighting
I
Poison.
didn't realize
Fighting,
Bug was a
poison,
thing.
ghost. Yep. Bug's a type.
Yep.
Fighting, poison, ghost,
Psychic.
electric, psychic. Wait, I can get them all. I'm missing 2 in the first dragon, and oh man, what am I missing?
Just say fly.
I didn't
Yes.
say flying.
Warriors!
Warriors, you have Oxale! The mermaid's way. Please help
Did you say
them.
fighting?
I
Yeah.
said fighting.
Yes.
Did you get Bug?
I
Yes.
got bug.
You get grass?
I got grass. Poison!
Wait,
Poison
no,
was
you
what
said
I
fighting poison.
I said Fighting Poison.
I didn't say poison.
Yeah.
Poison was what I was missing. And then in the second game they added Dark and Steel, and then like 7 or 8 generations ago they added Fairy.
This is Generation 6.
Are we only on Generation 6?
No,
No.
no, we're about to enter Scarlet and Violet is Gen 9.
Generation 6 when Fairy
Yeah.
came in.
Yeah, because Generation 5 had an
So I was
issue
right,
with-
it was about 4 or 5 generations ago.
Yeah, so
And
yeah,
I don't think-
because there's an issue with a lot of different things that basically necessitate making another type.
Yes. Specifically just to balance some of the types.
Yes.
The whole reason Dark was invented was because Psychic was OP.
Now, guys, you know what we need to do? We need to get a Digimon game out that runs like Pokemon, but instead of type advantages, it's rock, paper, scissors. Fuck you.
They have those.
Yeah.
They have a couple of them like that.
Yeah.
Why don't I have them?
Because
Because the Digimon games don't sell very well in America,
Yeah.
they're harder to find.
Yeah.
Digimon's better.
Digimon is better. Digimon's way better. The card games all have both the digital card game and the physical card game.
well, the
I
old,
had both
The
of those.
old
card game, not the new one.
use data vaccine virus
Yeah.
as a rock paper scissors.
Yes.
Virus beats data because it corrupts data. Data beats vaccine because balance, and then vaccine beats virus because it cleans the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, data beats vaccine just because of balance.
What?
I have that hackers
Data
memory.
We don't
beats
use-
vaccines,
we don't
you only
use
need
the
vaccine if you have
video
clean data.
I have that hackers memory game, I guess, which is kind of what I want.
The Digimon digital card game was amazing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
The actual physical card game was kind of ass.
Well,
the old
when
one.
when it came over to America,
They got localized,
they didn't know what the heck they were doing.
Mm-hmm. When it got localized, it became
Yup.
ass.
I have both.
Me too.
And the new card game suffers from major power creep problems.
Doesn't the new card game use what's the system? Chrono something system?
It's very much yeah, that one. But it is very much power creep issues.
What's power creep?
When the next set makes previous sets useless.
Ah,
Yeah.
got it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Has suffered from the worst power creep of about any card game that's existed.
Oh my god. So
That's
are we in the
because-
water temple now?
We're in the water temple now.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Suffers from that because they don't do the magic thing where they invalidate
Sea
your
troll and lobster.
further, the older
Yep.
card.
Sea Troll.
You better keep that lobster.
Magic doesn't suffer from power creep as bad because they don't have to worry about creating new things to do new stuff. They can just remake old stuff to
Yeah.
bring up to the
They'll
date.
they'll remake old stuff and they
So they can essentially stay on the same power scale.
and they have
In
they have
the
a constant
Calypso.
rotation that
Yep.
What's weird is-
Pokemon will does have power creep issues, but they're not really as bad, especially with the new set.
What's funny about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is despite its power creep issues, the most powerful cards in the game are still from the first set.
Yeah,
Lot of
because
They're-
it, like the first set of Magic,
They're very
they didn't know what
generic.
they were doing.
And also extremely generic,
Yep.
which is very helpful.
People, that's what people have always said, that if Pot of Greed was let back in the game, it would break the game.
Yes.
Because hand advantage is the most important thing you can have in Yu-Gi-Oh! Free one. A free one card. Free one card hand advantage with no drawback.
There's a reason why Pot of Greed kept getting used in the show so fucking much.
But what does it do?
See, I don't have much problem with that because they have to keep saying, they have to keep something to say something when they play.
It's just funny because just the trope in the show is every time somebody plays Pot of Greed, what's that card? It's like it's 7 words. Everyone plays it. You know what the fuck Pot of Greed does.
You even have it in your deck. What the hell?
See. Actually, I believe the original printing of Pot of Greed has 3 words. Draw 2 cards.
Not the original Japanese print, but the original English print, yes.
But that's what I'm saying, because
Yeah.
the joke is in the English translation. People are like,
Yeah.
what is that card? It's 3 words. Draw 2 cards. You know what it does. Everyone knows what it does. It's broken.
A great shark.
Yep, it's a great white.
I don't know. After
The most
watching,
fearsome of all sharks.
after watching Sword Art Online at Bridge, I'm starting to feel like that Bridge series is kind of I'll make it better.
I did not care. I did not care for Sword Art Online.
Watch the Bridge series. It's a lot fucking better. I fucking kid you not. I watched both of them,
I watched.
and
It's the exact same story, just makes it funny.
I watched
It's
about
really great.
4 episodes of Sword Art Online, and I just could not get into it.
Yeah.
watch
I-
that Bridge. It tells you everything in the first 2 seasons, and it's a lot funnier, and
Dead
it's
end.
just better.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
I
better.
just didn't have much fun with it.
It felt like
Again, watch that Bridge. You will. My fucking god, it's
And-
fan-fucking-tastic.
it felt like as far like it's an I know it's an isekai.
ICK?
It just felt like it didn't bring anything to the table.
Well,
You're
that's
talking
because
about
it was
Broad
one of the
Hair.
originals.
Oh really? Is it that old?
It's that old.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that old. I could,
It might be the thing that popularized the genre.
especially the video game one, the video game style of Isekai.
Yes, the video game style.
Yeah, video game style, yeah.
So
But
they,
also popularized fucking harem anime, because goddamn.
that was Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah.
Tenchi Muyo solidified the harem
They
anime.
solidified it. They weren't widespread. And then Sword Art Online came out.
Ranma 1/2, Marinigi,
But if you want
Tenchi
the
Muyo.
if you want the true progenitor of the harem anime, it is Tenchi Muyo.
Mhm.
All harem anime we get to this day is a direct bloodline from Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah.
So if I ever build a time machine, I know that I must kill now.
Yep. So, which it's funny because what I love about Tenchi Muyo is, so you think Tenchi's the main character, but the truth
Nope.
is right in the title, because the
Reminds me
translation
of
of
the
Tenchi
thing.
Muyo is no need for Tenchi.
Yep.
It is
It's
really
like
the
the move. Here's like he is basically a MacGuffin for the girls to fight over.
Yep.
Yes.
As far as characters go, he is non-existent.
The main character in
hate
Tenchi Muyo is
harem
the
anime.
girls.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't like harem anime.
I'm not a big fan of harem anime.
They're dumb.
First of all, why don't we ever get any restaffed versions of harem animes? So if you take a male character and give it a counterpart, it's called destaffed. And yes, it is a reference to a penis. So
Spear counterpart.
what?
Spear counterpart.
Yes. So if you take, let's reverse the genders. Let's make it a bunch of, let's make it males, a bunch of males going after one girl.
That would just be too akin to real life.
Yeah. Fair.
To what?
Akin to real life.
Akin to real life.
My Life as a Villainess.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's a couple years old by now. The basic story is that a girl gets reincarnated into the villainess of this harem game that she plays. It's a reverse harem game.
Mm-hmm.
She's reincarnated into the villainess. She is striving to do everything she can, since she's the villainess, to avoid the death flags that she knows of for the...
Okay.
And she makes everyone fall in love with her. Without realizing it, and without knowing, and completely blanking on them falling in love with her. She is so freaking dense.
Ooh, Dale killed a lobster.
With only 8 damage.
Why are lobsters poisonous?
I don't know why
That's a
these.
scorpion.
I don't know
Lobsters
what.
have-
Oh, it
there's
says
lobsters.
lobster.
It says
Damn.
lobster, and for some reason
Damn.
the lobster is poisonous.
They have scorpion tails.
Yeah, it had a scorpion tail.
Reincarnated as a villainess.
Wild West. Pew, 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 pew. There are no rules. You see, what you guys don't understand is Final Fantasy I is truly the original punk rock, and that it doesn't
Okay.
care about rules, it doesn't care about anything, it just does what it wants and fuck you. You know what?
That is exactly how I felt last time we played Caleb's campaign. Because I thought this one wizard motherfucker just did 3 fucking spells on me and then battled the fuck out. Turns out no.
There were 2 wizards. Devin thought there was only one.
Oh.
He was like, wait a minute, this dude just did 3 spells to me, and then also
I was
he did a
getting
spell to get
really
the fuck
fucking
out of here?
pissed off. Because he dispelled my
Is your-
fucking magic.
is your absorb higher
attacked
than
me,
mine?
And then battled the
Oh,
fuck
right
out.
now, yeah.
Okay.
All in one turn. I'm like, listen.
Why are there
I'm
so
getting
many
pissed about it.
doors?
Caleb's like, well, it's
Are
just
there doors?
NPC
Those aren't doors.
wizard.
Oh, they look like
They're
doors.
meant to go
Those are
against
walls.
a team of adventurers.
That was another dead
That's
end.
all fine and dandy, but I wish I could
Let's
fucking
see,
do
a
at least
wizard
2
sea
fucking
hag and a
spells.
couple, 2 wizard
This
sea hags and a
motherfucker got
couple
3.
red sea hags.
That's why I was getting so angry.
Nah, they'll-
You know what's
they'll-
great?
Wow.
That's fine.
If the shit goes sideways,
I
we always
calmed
have
down as I
exit.
realized there was 2.
We do. And we're not even that far from the
I feel like-
entrance anyway.
It's a lot of fucking fish people.
I feel
Yeah.
like, Caleb, you would be angry if
yeah.
one wizard did 3 spells against you.
Of course. It seems like DM's being an asshole at that point.
I kind of thought the book was.
Red
I kind of
hags.
thought the book was.
Nah,
Red sea hags do suck.
not that bad. I admit that book has a lot of balancing issues, but it's not that bad.
I mean, we know sea hags suck. Just ask Beowulf.
Well, these are like Sahagins or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Not as far as
Decent.
I'm concerned, they're sea
They're
hags.
piranha
Sure.
fish people.
So So Jeremy, is that the only reverse harem anime you know?
No, there's a couple now. Most of the time, though,
There's too many harem animes.
I agree.
most of the time, the reverse thing is actually in what's called Otome games.
I don't trust that word.
It's literally just reverse harem, essentially for It's just essentially Japanese.
I understand that. I don't trust that's not a hentai game.
I'm sure some of them are. 'cause
similar.
Some
They're-
harem games are hentai games.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's
Collect them all.
okay. Yeah, a lot. Some Otome games are. It's essentially the. God, I'm trying to think of the word. The games where you click through
visual stories.
visual novels.
Yeah.
The Otome genre is generally visual novels with a focus on the female target audience. So yeah, I mean, some go up into the adult realm, but most of the time, since the audience is female, they focus more.
Japanese girls.
They focus more on the romance aspect and one girl being romanced by numerous guys.
Let's take out this wizard
like
sea
that
sea
better
hag.
than that normal
Now,
anime.
let's go get that
The
frog.
main reason I don't like harem animes is most of the time they fall in love with this guy for no fucking reason.
Yeah, well, it's the same reason Bella Swan is a non-character. That's not... Tenchi Muyo isn't a character. Bella Swan isn't a character. You are supposed to swap them out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be self-insert.
You're supposed to
Not that-
imagine
no,
yourself as that character.
I want romance. I don't
And
want
that's
just.
fair. I'm explaining to you the logic of why it's like
Yeah.
that.
I don't like that.
Because I agree. I think it's boring and stupid, and it's hard for
And
me.
that's part of the reason Kirito is the way he is, too. He's such a cookie cutter thing.
Like, that's why I hate Sword Art Online so fucking much. Like, the first couple of seasons weren't that bad with that kind of shit. Like, it was just a guy going around surviving a video game.
Yeah.
Alright, I get you behind that. Oh, he helped this girl. That girl kind of fell in love with him because he's kind of a badass. Alright, cool, whatever. Third season in. This girl sees him. Oh my god. I want to date him. Why? You just fucking see him.
Wow, I all of a sudden want to unequip all my armor.
Exactly. I was like, no. Go back to the violence. Go back to the violence. No.
But
Get rid of this harem shit.
Here's
go
the
back to
thing, if you
violence.
actually look before, in Kirito and all that, what Kirito actually did, he has no personality.
That's the thing I could sort out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean-
Even in the original, he has no actual personality.
The most
He
personality-
does stuff.
The most personality he ever did was when he went back to the real life and tried to save his online girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's probably the most personality he had. Other than that, yeah.
But like,
Even that wasn't the personality. That's something that everybody would have fucking done.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless they're a sociopath.
as far as tastes go, Devin, I agree with you. I want to read an interesting main character.
Deadly poison.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Hey, Josh, you leveled up.
I did.
About fucking time.
Do I level up? Do I level up? Yes! Punch power up!
That means I don't want to level up with you guys.
Oh,
I
Ian's
level up
level
by myself.
19?
My strength went up, which means
Yeah, we're all level 19.
my strength went up, which
I
means
level-
literally nothing to my character. Because my damage is a flat rating based on my level.
I think I should multiply your strength too.
It is if I'm equipped with a weapon.
Like,
If I'm equipped with a weapon, a monk's damage black belt's damage is 1/2 strength plus weapon equipment plus 1. So ha. Whereas you, it's only equipment level plus 1/2 strength. I got plus 1 when I equip the weapon. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because a monk weapon will do like 8 damage and a fire's weapon will do like 42. So it doesn't fucking matter.
the fuck. So,
It's a weird weird for the calculation.
so, alright, that actually brings a point on why I might like Sword Art Online Bridge more. Because they actually give Kiriko a fucking personality of a sassy little bitch that gives no fucks. I love it.
Like I said, taste-wise, Devin, I agree with you. But there's a lot of people who do like that whole ability to self-insert into blank characters, and that's why they exist.
I mean, Link is a self-insert, and it's one of my favorite.
Video games are different because you're interacting with the world
That's
instead of
valid.
passively observing a world.
That is a very valid point.
I mean, like, look at the Dragonborn in Skyrim. There's literally no personality to the Dragonborn.
No, there isn't.
Because it's not supposed to be. You are manipulating the Dragonborn.
You
So the
are the Dragonborn.
The Dragonborn has no personality, but you get to interact with the world. Somebody talks to you, and it gives you 4 options of how you want to react. That builds the personality.
Same thing with all Bethesda games, really.
Yeah.
That's not even
Like
just.
all the lone
It's not even just. It's not even just Bethesda games. A lot of games are like that.
Oh.
I mean, let's be honest. Play any Call of Duty. 90% of the Call of Duty games, you're
Wolfenstein 3D.
Wolfenstein Doom.
Most first-person shooters.
most video games.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. In the first Super Mario Brothers, what personality does Mario have?
Jump.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a run left.
His personality is he wants to save the princess.
And you just ran to the end of the screen.
That's it. That's his. Because and it works in different
I
video
have
games.
one question to God. Why?
Jesus.
I mean, it wasn't until...
I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Nice reference. Anyway, it wasn't until Super Mario 64 that we found out that Mario is homophobic.
Excuse me, what?
Hell yeah. Sean gets it.
Oh, I absolutely do.
Don't
Okay.
screenshot it.
Okay.
Yes, this demands explanation.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
Oh, in Super Mario 64, when you fought Bowser, every time when you fight Bowser, you grab Bowser by the tail, you start swinging along, and when you let him go, he says something. It's not what people think it does, but people think it sounds like, "So long, gay Bowser!" And it sounds like "So long, gay Bowser," so there we go.
The voice actor hasn't come out and said what he actually says there.
I'm
he
sure.
has, but
I'm
he
sure
has,
that-
but we cannot remember because it's not as funny.
It has been buried below other information.
Yeah, it's not as funny, so we just don't remember
It's
it.
probably through the fake-o Italian accent saying King Bowser.
Probably.
I think
Come on,
it's-
King Bowser.
I think so.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Not
But
because he's got such a bad fake Italian accent.
yep.
Yo, let's face it, Mario has a bad
Yeah.
Italian accent.
Mario's a little bit racist. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
A little bit.
Is it because his hands don't do this?
Yes, that's exactly it. Devin did that thing where he puts his fingers together and bounces up and down, like in a bad mafia movie.
It's like,
I'm
capiche?
sorry.
Oh, they know what he did.
They know what I did.
They did, yeah.
Those guys.
I was
We're
gonna
talking
say,
about Italians' accents, and I go, they didn't do this. They have to know.
Yeah.
They don't.
They did-
They need to get the fuck
they
out
are-
He
of
did
here.
the Italian hand gesture. You know what
They
that is.
they either think that he's doing the
Oh, God, I'm gonna
capiche
get
sign. They either think they're doing the
You have to carry it.
capiche thing or the
Somebody has to
Mussolini
see it
thing,
canceled.
Yeah, true.
and they're two different things. But
Which one did I do?
you did capiche.
Capiche? What's the other one?
Capiche.
Ah!
The Italian dictator Mussolini thing.
Ah! Ah! I forgot about Mussolini.
like-
My brain went to pasta.
Homer, don't act like Mussolini. Sorry. There's an episode of The Simpsons. They went to Italy. At one point, he stepped out to the balcony of the hotel he was in, just overlooking the village, and just started going.
Don't act like Mussolini. Got it. Don't oppress large groups of people. Create an ideology based on genetic superiority, and start a world war. I will try to avoid doing that.
Wait, he started that bullshit? I thought Hitler started it.
Oh well,
yes.
Technically, the idea of genetic superiority has been around since time immemorial.
Oh, yeah. But I'm in
Okay,
in World War II specifically.
So, Benito Mussolini basically created the ideology of fascism, which states that society as a whole should work toward the, it's the opposite of socialism. Socialism states that those with power should work toward society. Whereas fascism is society should work toward those with power because those with power are inherently superior that's how they have their power. So people should work toward them because they are the ones who know best. They are the ones who read Animal Farm. Animal Farm is about fascism.
So socialism, the state serves the people, ideally,
Yes.
and fascism,
Wait.
people serve the state.
In true socialism, the state serves the people.
Yes.
The problem is what people call socialism often isn't socialism.
Nope.
A lot of times people conflate socialism with communism, and they are not the same thing.
No.
You can have a communist socialist society. Hypothetically, it doesn't actually ever work, but you can also have a communist fascist society. Just like capitalism, you can have a capitalism socialist society. Hypothetically, it very rarely actually works, and you can have a capitalist fascist society.
What the fuck was Russia?
Russia? Communism, fascism.
Communist fascism, yeah.
Yep.
And then Stalin decided to kill more people than Hitler.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
that fact that no one ever brings up.
So it's why the swastika should be regarded the same way as
In Stalin's defense, he had a lot more time.
hammer.
He had a lot more time.
Yeah.
If Hitler had as much time as Stalin, he probably would have beaten Stalin's numbers.
Yeah.
Year to year, Hitler does win.
Yeah. The swastika and the second hammer should be treated the same way. They really should.
You should.
The people really don't fly the Sig-1 hammer anymore. Because people are starting to realize that the Soviet Union is not the communist socialist ideal that people pretended it was for a long time.
Well, you pretended it was because you
I
fucked up.
honestly think the one of the very many things that pissed me off about World War II is the fact that Hitler ruined a very good symbol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a
Buddhist, not Buddhist,
Hindi.
Hindi.
It's a Hindi symbol that Buddhism had adopted because Buddhism adopted 90% of their shit from Hinduism.
Yep.
Good luck. That's all it is. Good luck.
And then-
Peace. It's peace.
Peace.
Peace and good luck.
Swastika, I'm pronouncing it awfully because I don't speak Hindi. I don't speak Sanskrit. It's a Sanskrit word meaning one world or one group. And the idea is it's supposed to symbolize that people come together as a union. Different people can come together as a union to serve the karmic wheel. And
Hitler
it's
took
supposed to
it. Hitler took it literally. One people.
Yeah, basically. Also, Hitler liked magic, so
Yes.
he adopted a lot of
and,
mystic
and had
symbolism.
syphilis.
He was into magic, mad science, and
Hookers.
well, yes, but
I mean,
Till we met Evan
Who's
Braun.
not into hookers?
That the
You're a man of power.
Fair.
he. It is a very high probability he contracted syphilis from a Jewish hooker after the end of World War One.
To be fair, in the Third Reich, Heinrich Himmler was a mad scientist.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He hit me more.
it's
Him and
Yeah.
Goebbels.
I was gonna say, you know what we should do? We should make a sitcom starring Hitler and Eva Braun. Oh wait, the BBC did that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what?
it's
Yes.
called Heil Honey I'm Home.
Yes.
It's a sitcom about Hitler and Eva Braun dealing with their Jewish neighbor
Yes.
and getting into wacky hijinks.
Yes.
That wasn't a fucking joke.
Oh, it's a joke. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's a bad
No,
joke.
no.
here's what.
I meant
No.
that being a real
Okay.
thing wasn't
Yeah.
a fucking joke.
It's a real thing.
Okay.
To be fair,
The idea, and honestly, the idea is that because there are hate groups that idolize Hitler. If you can parodize and defang Hitler's image in society, make it so when people see Hitler, they don't see this symbol of white supremacy, but rather a goofball, that you can help defang some of the power he has over these white supremacy groups.
That might
It's
explain
honestly-
about my ideas about Hitler, because I honestly see Hitler as a fucking goofball.
I mean,
Heinrich, though,
Hitler was an idiot, let's be honest.
he was. Heinrich Himmler was probably the brains of the entire operation. That's why I hate him more. Because he was an actual scientist who became a mad scientist. So he
If,
go fuck himself.
honestly, if
It's,
you do,
a lot of-
me, it's Goebbels who's the worst.
Goebbels.
Let's-
Goebbels, the propaganda minister who is advocating the speed expedition of the final solution.
Let's be honest. There really wasn't a lot of very noble people.
No,
I
no,
recognize.
no. We're talking talking the people who next to Woodrow Wilson would be not allowed in hell because they're too evil.
We're literally talking about different consistencies of shit.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes.
What?
This one has corn. This one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I say
exactly.
the fact Woodrow Wilson's the most evil
Anyway,
person in history.
we're not getting into this on camera.
No.
We're not getting into this on camera.
Please no.
But the idea of How Honey I Home was if you can,
Turn him into a joke.
Christianity has done the same thing with Satan. If you make him into a goofy clown, then you defang power he has over.
I'm sorry, but Tenacious D made Satan a goofy clown.
Yeah, yes they did. But watch some of like George Méliès's old like silent films. Satan's depicted as this goofball. He's always got a pudge. He's doing backflips and cartwheels and rolling around. He looks like a circus acrobat. He looks like a circus clown. To defang Satan's power over. I mean, at this point, the church. I'm not getting into it, but.
I don't want to get it on camera. I just want to try to get the right person in my head. Which one was Woodrow Wilson?
Not part of the Nazis, right?
Yeah.
No.
He
He's
was
American.
president during World War
He
One.
was president of the United States during World War I. He's a
Oh,
very real
okay.
person.
Not good. Nope. Okay. Same boat. Got it. I agree. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Prime Minister. Who was the Prime Minister?
Churchill. Winston Churchill
That's-
was the
No,
prime
not,
minister.
not the
Not
on the
World
second
War.
half.
On the
Not in the second half of World War II.
Yeah.
Because the
But
first,
he's the one. He's the one everybody.
Before
thinks
that,
about one.
before that, it was Neville Chamberlain.
Yep.
Yeah, peace in our time.
But Winston Churchill was the one who made the big speech about fighting on the beaches and in the
Yeah.
palaces,
Yeah,
and
okay.
he's the one who kind of rallied Britain and.
That's
Yeah,
why.
he-
That's
yeah,
why I
Churchill
got
was the one that jumped the
Churchill
Iron Curtain.
was a great orator.
That's
And
why I got confused
Yeah,
with your
and-
statement.
when-
I had
oh
in my head.
no.
Yeah, once
I mean, Churchill had his problems. He
Oh,
does.
yeah.
But compared to considering all the major players during World War II, he was probably the best.
But yeah, Winston Churchill basically kept Britain unified during the
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah. That's why I get confused with what he said. I thought that's what he was talking about.
He probably kept most of Europe, most of the Allied Europe unified. Like I said,
I have a lot of history things, but I have no names.
Yeah,
I'm
because
terrible fucking
like,
names.
the Blitz did so much damage to England that without Churchill's oratory skills, England probably would have rolled over.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but I kind of enjoy how Britain dealt with that by fucking ignoring it. They just they're like,
He was paralyzed.
Keep calm and carry on.
yep.
Yeah,
Holy
why are
shit!
there- why are there
It's kind of
ghosts on the
badass, my man.
No, to go.
The ghost?
Oh,
Grab a pint,
spirits.
put out the pub, grab a pint, wait for the whole thing to blow over.
Love that movie.
Everyone does. And if you don't, you've got a problem.
It is. It's a great movie.
Yes.
Shaun of the Dead is amazing.
Holy crap!
All of
Really?
Nick Frost and
Oh, Mizu!
I just lost his name.
You went down!
What the fuck, guys?
Sean.
Ghosts, man.
No.
Probably went right through your armor.
Shit.
Sean.
one
with
that
Nick
makes me a lot-
Frost and.
say a
That's
lot.
okay. Not to worry. Not to worry.
Oh.
I don't know. You want to leave him dead for a little bit to get more
Jump
XP
in.
on the others?
We could,
Eh.
but
I'm
nah.
okay with letting Devin be our heavy hitter.
I can't remember his
Oh,
name,
what?
but all of those movies are.
The guy who played Shaun in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg.
Thank you.
That's it.
Oh, I was
Gonna
gonna.
bother the.
I had SP in my head. I just had the wrong
Simon
SP.
Pegg, yeah.
I just Sean. I just like
Nick
Sean.
Frost. All of Nick Frost. Simon Pegg.
I had
movies are
Sean.
really
I had Sean Penn in my head too, which is not right.
No.
I should have said like no, that's not right, but it's SP.
Simon Pegg, yeah.
good. You guys seen At World's End?
I have
Yes,
not.
unfortunately.
That's the one I wanted to see is At World's End. But
We didn't force me.
I actually haven't even.
Simon Pegg.
Did I question watch it?
I
need to
haven't.
watch it.
I actually haven't even seen Hot Fuzz.
It's good too.
I know.
That was my favorite one.
the greater good.
Yes, I get you.
So
good.
Yes, I've only seen one part of the Cornetto trilogy. I know.
You can watch all of them, man.
There's no
Yeah,
weapon
but-
or armor shop here.
He was
But-
MVP in the Hot Fuzz.
The goose.
Yeah,
I was
that's
gonna say,
okay.
but Ian, like me, is busy.
Yeah.
He has a lot.
And I just and the I have
You're a movie critic.
I the stack of movies I have to get through is daunting. Like it legitimately gives me anxiety how many horror movies I have in my
reminds
collection I have
me,
to get through.
Caleb made me rewatch the 2 Silent Hill movies Thursday.
You know, the first Silent Hill movie isn't bad.
I watched both of them. They're probably my favorite video game movies of all time. Like, out of all the video game movies I've seen,
Dead or Alive.
I haven't seen it.
Watch Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
It is a perfect recreation of the video games.
Yeah.
Cool. Never played the video games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never played it.
Dude, it-
The entire movie is
Are they
basically
fighting
what?
Aren't they fighting games?
Yes.
The entire movie. What?
Yep.
With Optic
Yeah,
games.
the entire movie is an excuse to get hot chicks in bikinis doing karate fights.
Alright, I'm down with that.
Okay.
I'm into it.
The
I'm into
villain
it.
Eric.
Sold.
So the villain Eric Roberts, I'll just spoil it right now because it doesn't matter. Has got the world's greatest fighters to do a fighting tournament for him, so he can basically have them spar with each other. So he can download all their fighting skills into a pair of sunglasses, which will then give you all the fighting skills of all the fighters in the tournament.
Oh.
And of course, it just happens that half the fighters in the tournaments are hot chicks. So.
Yeah, I love what someone's review of it said. This is, at once, the worst and the best movie adaptation I've ever
It is
seen.
the, so okay. The movie is perfect. There's a scene where I think it's Ryu is fighting this group of mooks. So he throws a bunch of acupuncture needles in the air. As he's fighting, he's just grabbing them, these needles one at a time. Bam, paralyze them. Bam, paralyze them. Bam, paralyze them. Bam, paralyze them. While the needles are falling, just grabbing them out of the air and paralyzing these ninja mooks as they fight them. It's perfect. The movie's perfect. Anyone who doesn't like it is just wrong. They're just wrong. They are objectively wrong.
Anyway, I guess we probably should call it here.
Okay.
We get
Josh,
the
we're
water
having
level?
so much fun.
Yeah.
We can
guys
have
are
fun
far
after
as
this, after the game.
That's
but-
okay.
I'll say we ended on a good note. Everyone watched Dead or Alive the movie.
Next week we'll do a review of Dead or Alive the movie.
Sound
I'll make
hell.
everybody watch it and then.
Sure.
Well,
Sure, I
Make
can do that.
everyone watch
Why
it.
not?
Yeah.
Until then, see you around, people. I guess. Yes.
Until then,
Yep.
be good.
Bye.